Hi everybody, and welcome to the Forge Fitness and Performance podcast. My name's Grant Goes, and today I have the pleasure to interview the co-founder of this space that's an immaculate space here in Maydam. They got great services to offer you and to help you not only get your goals, but to help you really develop a lifestyle and a way of living that's going to improve you for your entire life. So let's get into it. Let's meet Philip Elder, the co-founder of Forge Fitness and Performance. Hey, brother.
Well, thank you, mate. We're very privileged to have you down here.
Oh, it's a privilege to be here, mate. I tell you what. So the whole idea about the podcast is to really help people get an understanding, a feel for you and kind of the desire of why you started Forge, why you have the services you have, the products you have, and the people that are here at the moment. So let's kind of start with the reason of why you set up the space.
Yeah, so we set up Forge Fitness and Performance a couple of years ago during the pandemic, and more was about being able to offer appointment-only personal training because that's the environment that I have always trained people in.
For many years too, right?
For many years, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, I came from a sports medical clinic here in Dubai, so I was working there for 6 years and just listening to the clients and hearing what it was that they're looking for with personal training and the offering that we have. And Forge is a culmination of all those discussions and the best practice of what I felt would resonate and land best with the clients that I train.
100%. Okay, just full disclosure, Phil and I have known each other a long time. We've done some adventure races together, PT together. He's an absolute wizard of knowledge when it comes to this side of things. I think it'll also be good to have like a bit of a background, just kind of instead of me telling people. Yep. I know I don't know you, but we want to make sure that people know you as well. We'll bring that a little closer for you.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Background of my history of
Otago, a bit of sports. You represented football.
Oh yes, okay. So going way back. So I played football for Otago United, which is like the Premier League of New Zealand soccer.
Yeah.
So football in New Zealand is soccer.
It is what you're about to say.
But I also played a lot of other sports. So I was a county representative in cricket, golf, volleyball. Just there's so many other sports. I love surfing. I love hiking and climbing and trail running. And then from that, moved over to Dubai. That was about 16 years ago.
Oh, that long.
Yep, that long.
Man, I thought 13 was a long time. You bit me, mate.
And and I've always worked in the personal training environment. It was a really good way to just follow what I'm passionate about and helping people achieve better movement, being consistent with their movement, and just taking away some of the fuzziness of like what they think movement is and what they think movement should be, and then really
totally.
Let's can all of that.
One of the things I've always known you to be is super passionate about what you do, and especially when you're PT all the time. Like I know right now you do like 9-10 hours a day sometimes, back-to-back PT clients. You travel from Abu Dhabi up to Dubai to do this, but you're consistently on a high. Yeah. Where does that energy come from for you?
Oh, that's a good question. I love what I do. I love helping people. I love their journeys. But I think when every client comes in, it's not just a trainer-client relationship. It's actually a friend relationship as well. And so my clients are my friends. We get to catch up. We get to hang out. We get to explore their movement, but also explore just who they are in their lives. And I get to share a bit of who I am in my life as well. And so, I think that's just where the energy comes from. So I start the day with the same amount of energy as I finish the day.
Yeah. No, you're always very, very consistent. Like, extremely. I'm like, whoa, man, it's inspiring. What was it then, let's say for Forge? Yeah. What is it that you've instilled from yourself personally to bring into Forge as a process when people come into the space and they're developing themselves? What is it that you make sure that you're delivering, or you're grabbing information from these clients? What information are you grabbing? Or details, I suppose. Yeah,
details. So, usually if someone's coming in for their first session, I haven't met them before. In fact, most of our clients are referral. In fact, the whole company is just a referral-based business. And so people have already been told they need to come here and they need to They need to train in this space.
Phil's ready.
And so they already have bit of an idea of what they're walking into. But then for me, what I want to capture is just their medical history, their movement history, the sports that they've been involved in, like their sporting background.
Yeah.
And then I just drive really deep into that. And even aspects of just their life. How is their life balanced at the moment? And are there any areas that we can help them to find a better balance?
Yeah.
And I think with lifestyle comes the barriers to exercise. So
Yep.
maybe what are some of the barriers that people have like previously had to exercising, and then trying to help them navigate that and maybe remove those barriers and engage in consistent exercise from this day onwards.
About that too, what is the what's the main barrier you're seeing at the moment for people here in Dubai?
Yeah, I think it's time. Also, transport. So we've got time, we've got transport. Traffic has got a little bit busier around Dubai. So I think that's a barrier that people perceive to have. However, if people really want something enough, they make the time for it. And so I think when I start training people, I give them the sense that this is something you're going to engage in now, and you have to replace something that you're already doing in your life in order to bring this on and be consistent with this. Yeah. And fortunately, the clients that we get are quite motivated, and they're already keen to put that foot forward and make the time for this. So, cool. Yeah.
Okay, so we want to find a bit more about you, your personality with people. And that's, guys, I'll be very upfront with you that when Phil and I, we've known each other a while, we always have a good laugh, have a good crack at each other. But when the camera turns on, he's like a squeaky bum. I'll be very honest about it. So, he does get he's got squeaky bum syndrome. So what I'd love to do is bring out the side that everyone loves about him, his personality, because it's one of the biggest selling points for sure for you. What is it about the...
You're so full of it, aren't you?
Yeah, I am a little
talking it up here.
Build you up, my man.
Yeah.
So that's what I see in your sessions as well, though.
Yeah.
Is that something you focus on? Is that something that comes naturally? What is this?
You have to keep it lighthearted because I think people have pretty serious lives, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Even if you're not in the office and you got that serious environment, but then you're in the car and then it's listening to news reports or
see, look at this. I just said squeaky bum. He's completely changed. His personality's come out. Yeah.
So when they come in here, it's about just letting them relax, letting them feel like this is a home space. The place looks like a place you want to hang out in. It's got a cafe vibe. It's very chill.
Yeah.
And we want people to feel like when they come here, they can hang out, but also be themselves. And I try to get the clients before to meet the clients after. And so then there's this like crossover.
Camaraderie.
It's not a like, okay, your time's finished, now you're out. It's like, create community and create a bit of a laugh. In fact, I'll be honest, like I
hope so.
if the client have just finished training, they're about to leave, but then they start chatting to the client who's walking in.
Oh, yeah.
I can go get a bite to eat while they're having a chat. It's great for me. Check my messages on my phone.
Get to know each other. There you go. There's, what's that, how to put this? There is there's a stigma in the industry that people kind of come in, they do their trainings, and then they kind of leave after X amount of time, right? With you, it seems to be it's not about the short term, it's about the long term. Is that something you specialize in, something you wanted to be as part of this space? Or?
That's awesome, actually, because, I set up, this is more like lifestyle personal training. So it's like setting you up for long-term fitness or health and wellness success. Often you might go to a place and it's all about the transformation in the short term. So
fat
6
loss,
weeks to
belly.
6 kgs fat loss. And, clients, although they might initially like get triggered like, oh yeah, that's what I want. Deep down, I think every client knows that that's unrealistic and not a good long-term solution. And so what I try to tell my clients when they first start is that you got to think of the long journey. You know, you're going to be training for the rest of your life. It's not just for the next 6 weeks. You got to learn to build it into your life so that it lasts. So that your fitness and your health and your life and your health span is consistent for the foreseeable future.
Is there something you always recommend that people do daily? Like, do you have a ritual yourself? Do you recommend any kind of rituals? Like, I have 5 things I must do in my day, but is there something that you particularly do or you advise people to do?
Yeah, definitely just move well and move often, which probably translates to every day doing some movement, being active at some point of your day. I think a lot of people sit down and they're either watching TV or they're at work and they're sitting at their computer or they're on their social media. And so it's breaking that up with little bits of movement. So definitely moving often during your day.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be one chunk of movement. Just get regular bouts of like doing something during your day. So I think that's a mantra that I might push into my clients.
No, that's fine. What do you think the clients love about you most? This is gonna be a tough one. I know it's a hard one to think about, but I consider you a funny guy, bro. So.
A little bit funny.
A little bit funny, yeah.
I think maybe I try to have a dry sense of humor, but then
Hamd and Chrissy are laughing in the background, so there you go.
They're laughing at me.
I laughing at you. Okay.
So I think they probably just like that I'm their friend.
Yeah.
It's not a trainer-client relationship or a physio-client or a medical type relationship. It's a very relaxed, let's just get you moving, make this hard, but at the same time have a laugh in between.
100%. Okay, so this is going to be a little more for you guys about the space. So we're starting to get to know Phil, and over the coming episodes, series, we're going to find out more about him and the team that are here in Forge. So before we wrap this up, what are some of the services that people can expect to find here?
So we offer one-to-one appointment-based personal training. So you can buy packages 3, 6, 12, 24 sessions.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the main thing that we do. Aside from that, we offer nutrition coaching. So we have a nutrition wellness package, and that would just help clients like get their nutrition completely on track.
Dialed in, yeah.
Properly dialed in. Yeah. It is a bit of a commitment, but if people really want to make a change in that area, and I think most of us do, you know, even myself, I struggle in that area. So for me, it is something that I need to be aware of and put a bit more attention into. But every client that comes through here, they do want to make progress in their lives. And so that's not just movement based, but also from a food and what you're putting into your mouth base as well. So
I think it's really fair to say that, and that's one thing I've always loved about you and stuff like that, there's no judgment. Like, it's literally it's real life. I mean, you see on social media, marketing, it's like, fix back or lose weight, but you're very much about, look, this is real life. You know, you can enjoy a drink, you can enjoy some extra food. It's part of life, but, you know, you go through these phases and stuff like that.
Also, I think, you know, because we train a lot of athletes here, and so when when they've done a race or an event, it's about having that decompress time as well. Yeah. So, because they're building up to their big event, and it's a lot of like restriction, a lot of dedication, a lot of consistent training, and then just having the freedom post-race to take some time off, not feel that you have to like get straight back into the gym and move again, or that you can't have that burger and fries and stuff like that. You know, you got to live. And I think also you got to build your social engagements in and around the training that you're doing. So if your friends are going out for a drink or there's a party, knowing that that's coming and be prepared for it, and then enjoy it when you're there. Yeah, totally. Don't be the guy in the corner with his own Tupperware container, removing themselves from the
Kuma
social
chips.
setting. Or 8 p.m. Oh, guys, sorry, it's my bedtime. Okay, see you. Thank you.
Then become like a grandpa, don't you? It's like, oh my gosh. Hey, what's before we finish, what's the one message that you'd like to send out to people? Like, what am I looking for? What's that one message that you'd like to have when people come in here before they leave? What's the one thing you want them to feel?
Well, that's putting me on the spot.
It is.
The one message.
Christy asked me to,
I think that I always say consistency is king. So whatever people choose to do movement-wise, if they're consistent, they will see the result. So I hammer into them, whether you're moving in here with Forge Fitness and Performance, or you're moving with a different trainer, or you're doing different sports or activities, it's being consistent with it that is going to lead to the long-term success. And so even when you go on holiday and you got a month holiday back to your home country over a hot Dubai summer.
Yeah.
Like being consistent with movement amongst those times is going to set you up for long-term success. So
Sure will.
that's probably what I try to send people away with.
Nice. Love it, man. Absolute pleasure. I hope you guys have got a bit more intel into Mr. Philip Elder. Again, it's been a couple of years at this space. It is an amazing space. As you can tell, it is a place that you could, like a cafe, that you could be here and you could just chill out all day long. But look, as we said, this is the new podcast for Forge Fitness and Performance, and the aim is to help people just be better in life, enjoy life more. So these episodes are here to help you get more in touch and engage more with them in the community, the trainers. And over the coming episodes, we're going to have more interviews, more information, and more entertainment as well from the guys and what they do. So Phil, absolute pleasure.
Cheers.
Looking forward to episode number 2.
By the way, how many times have you had to sleep in this place?
Oh, probably 5 or 6. Mate. I think I got a little bed out the back there. It's all right. Is my sleeping bag still there? I was going to come pick it up.
Thinking about building a little sleeping potty and
I used the soft boxes. That's what I did.
the soft boxes work, and a little like kickboxing pillow.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Guys, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell to get new notifications about whichever social media platform you are on. Until next time, we'll see you then.
Cheers.
Cheers.